Yeah, for scholarships you need them. Yeah. This is the hardest part. Writing your essay. This is, no question, it's the hardest part. And so, but fortunately, you're 15 years old. You have 2 years to write this. And it, if it takes that long, it takes that long. It's an essay you have to write about yourself and why you want to go study at this place. Usually.
So there are any grades there? I mean, the university is to be the board.
This is the most important. This is how they make their decisions. I mean, when you think about a place like Harvard, where everybody wants to go, a lot of those applications look the same. This is the only place where you can make yourself stand out. They're going to look at the grades. Everybody's grades are going to be good. They're going to look at the test scores. Everybody's test scores are going to be good. So this is the only place where you can show yourself as a unique individual. And so that's why it matters. And they'll be looking at your writing skills as well. But they're really looking for your personality. They want to know who you are. And they don't want some generic, common thing that anybody could have written. They really want to know about you. And why you want to do this. So spend time on that. Get people to read it for you and critique it for you. The more information you get, the better. Okay? And then you need all your documentation, all the things that you've got from your school, your grades, your transcripts, degree certificates. I mean, this is talking, again, they built this for graduate students, what have you published? Don't worry about that. All right. Here's the timeline, and here's why I said it's good that you're here at your age. 18 months to choose a school. So start shopping now. 4,000 choices. So yeah. And then, when you've narrowed that choice down to say, at least get it below 12, but preferably below 6, then 15 months prior, you start taking your standardized tests, your TOEFL, which is the test we use in the United States for English language skills. That is critical. GRE is for graduate students. That does not apply to you right now. It might apply to you later. But SATs would apply. 12 months before. References and recommendations. Again, I think this is largely for scholarship stuff. Transcripts of all certificates and degrees. The school transcript from your school. We're going to want to know what your grades were. And then fill in the application. Okay. 4 months prior. That's when the school will get back to you and say, you've been accepted. If the way it works in the United States is, if you get a thin letter from the university, it usually means you've been rejected. If you get a thick letter, they're sending you all the material you need, so you've been accepted. So you go out to the mailbox and you weigh the letter. That's how you know. This is when you have to apply for the visa. And you have to make your travel arrangements. And so forth. The visa process. There's nothing fun about this, I won't lie to you. But if you're an accepted student at an American university, it's just a matter of doing the paperwork. There's usually not much mystery to it. It's usually not a problem. So step 1 is to get accepted at a university. The university will send you a special form called an I-20. That's a visa document that you will have to fill out. You will have to pay for your visa. You do this electronically.
The service is different from visa fees.
Is it?
Yeah. It's standard.
Okay.
It's actually students' enrollment.
So it's related to the I-20 then. Okay. Fill out the required forms. Submit the documents to the American Express Visa Processing Center. American Express is a contractor for the embassy so that they can do the processing. And a visa interview. Does Karachi do visa interviews?
Recently we started for just business visas, not for students.
Not for students. So you still have to go to Islamabad.
Exactly. But once we move to new building, then we'll start the full plan.
So you're in luck because the move should happen this summer. So by the time you need your visa, you should be able to do it here in Karachi. And then you wait for visa processing and clearance. Okay. Basic student visa requirements. Okay, here's what the kind of information they're going to want to know from you. If you're a bona fide student, if you're a legitimate student, meaning you've been accepted at a legitimate school. There are schools in the United States that are not necessarily accredited, they're not certified, they're not approved, that would be a problem. That would be something that would catch the eye, the attention of the visa officer.
Define the school, university on that very website, Education USA. That would have some credibility.
Yes. It would not be, if you get any one of those 4,000, you would be fine. I'm thinking mostly of things like hairdressing schools, auto repair, and there are some just regular schools that seem to be legitimate that are not. But yes, if you work through the process that we've described, you will not get into trouble that way. Intent to return to home country. This is critical. This is the one question that decides whether you get the visa or not. You have to come back to Pakistan. Okay? And you have to demonstrate to the satisfaction of the person interviewing you that you are going to come back. So, come back. All right? And then adequate financial resources. And that includes, yes, they're going to ask about your family's financial situation, but it also includes questions about scholarships or other money that you may be getting for your education. Okay? And does your plan of study make sense? Don't go in and say you're going to finish your four-year university degree in 2 years. You've only got enough money to cover 2 years, and so you're going to go study all summer long, and you're going to take extra courses. Does it make sense? Does the whole plan make sense? They will reject foolish plans. So finding funding. Who had pictures? We have University of North Texas in Denton and the University of California in Los Angeles, UCLA. Big basketball school. Financial support. As I said, university education in the United States is very, very expensive. We saw on one of the earlier slides that it costs about $22,000 per student per year. Costs. These are not profit-making organizations. All universities in the United States are non-profit. And that's what the cost is average. So many, are double that. They're much more than that. These are graduate programs, but you can use it as a reference. This is the breakdown of how people pay